this city, there are so many women that the men are forced to have 3 mistresses and don't work. Dongguan in China is known for 2 things. Firstly, its production of technological objects such as iPhones and iPads, and secondly, its reputation as the sex capital of China. As a result of the country's long-standing one-child policy, the male-female imbalance has become so great that it's not uncommon to see men with 1, 2, 3, or even 4 wives. And everyone thinks it's normal. On the other hand, contrary to what we hear here and there on TikTok, it's not a question of roommates or saving costs. In fact, since local companies prefer to hire women, whom they find more reliable than men, the women have a lot of money while the men have a lot of free time. On local TV, Ayi, an unemployed man, says that it's easier for him to find a woman than a job, and that he simply preferred to find a woman to pay his bills rather than a job. He also adds that over there, if you only have 1 wife, people laugh at you and find it inconceivable. Over there, it's normal to have several girlfriends. It's almost a social pressure. As for the women, they don't seem to be bothered by the situation because they say they prefer these arrangements to being alone. So, are you moving? In this city.
Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rukaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone who ruled well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the 1/3 remnant out there listening and doing His word with all faith and sincerity scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you I say shalom, Lord willing, this video is edifying. It's going to be sitting around that what you see on the screen. And this same energy is going to come to the States, sooner than later. Okay? We've been telling you that, the day will come where these women are going to, fall up off that high horse of theirs, and that they was going to, they're going to flock to the men of the Lord, right? Ultimately, because this whole, feminism agenda, right? This whole women empowerment, all of it is going to come to naught when reality set into America. When the harder things get, okay, the more these women are going to become, more in order. All right, and an example coming from China, okay, for different reasons, but because when you look into China's thing or whatever, they had this one-child policy. They end up turning everything, on its head and shit. Everything pretty much flipped to the point where now, you got a lot of single women who are career-driven, peep the buzzwords, right? Because that's the same thing that's pushed, here in the States, being career driven, being single, and look what it turned into, it turned into a bunch of women desperate for a covering. All right. And the same thing is going to come here. But when it comes here, it's going to be so much more sweeter, to say the least. OK, because of what these, these women are programmed coming up to believe. All right. And, it's going to be something to see. A lot of these, you see the pride on these women. You may have a woman, she giving you hell, or whatever it may be. Okay. A lot of women, they find out you talking to another girl and shit. They want to, they run off, they get mad and, you the worst in the world and all this bullshit. But guess what? It won't be like that in that day, man. Okay. The more this place goes down, the more these women are going to be put in that reality. Okay, this is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, shall 7 women, or in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Okay, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. 7 meaning completion. So whatever number of women that is, that's gonna come to the men of the Lord in that day to be covered is gonna happen. Okay, it could be 10, 100, right? The scriptures don't put a number on it exactly, but it's gonna be a lot. Okay, when you just look at the numbers now, statistically, women are more single than ever. Okay, but they able to escape by, they able to manage because, Esau got social services, government assistance, all this other bullshit. Okay, they got social media. Okay, you got all these simps out there holding them up in the air. Right, but when all that shit come crashing down, which it will, okay, and it's gonna be a very violent crash, these women are gonna come flocking, man. Okay, they gonna come flocking, and these like over there in China, those women just want a man, right? They just want companionship, and their society ain't even completely collapsed. All right, it's just so many, it's a billion or so gooks. So it's a lot of them over there. That's they got a term, matter of fact, called leftover women, right? So many women that are single and career oriented, that they're considered leftover because they can't find a man, right? Which is beautiful, okay? Because now they've resorted to sharing, and that's what these women over here, especially the end of, man, right? Right now you talk to a so-called black woman, talk to her about sharing a man, because in her mind she believes she should be shared. She thinks she got all the goodies, even though she ran through and ran down, bitch a bust down, she useless, but in her mind she feels like she's the prize. Well, that reality is starting to seep in now for some, but when hard times really come, okay, when there's no masking the turmoil here in America, they gon' switch that mindset overnight. Feminism is gonna die overnight, man. It's Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. See? So because, and it is going to be a weary land, and it is going to be hard times. Okay? Jacob's trouble, wait until the economy fully collapses, right? Wait until food is hard to come by, right? Wait until the dollar is worth nothing, right? Then every woman is going to be out there searching desperately for a man, okay? Because, this society is so convenient to where, you really don't need a man in this society, man. You got everything at your fingertips, literally. DoorDash, Uber Eats, police. You don't have to go scavenge for food, right? You're not really worried about protection. Why? Because you got these different systems in place to cater towards that. But what happens when they go away? It's already been a movement to defund the police and and all this other things. So what about when these things are fully implemented, right? It's gonna be hard times, man, and these women are gonna be out here severely hurting. Okay, and all the time, all the men that they had, and all the men that they, you know, ran off. They swear they didn't need. Right? Guess what? They gonna be looking for them, especially the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Because we're gonna be the only ones to, Lord willing, part of that number. We're gonna be the only ones to be fit in that day. Man, Jake catching hell, man. God damn, man. This 2 Ezra 16:23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung. There shall be no man to comfort them. See, for the earth shall be wasted and the cities shall be cast down. See, so the earth is going to be completely wasted, man. Especially in here in America, life as you know it is going to be, unrecognizable to what it's going to turn into, or from what it was to where it's going. There shall be no man to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather? And who shall gather them? Stay strong, bro. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. See, so you ain't gonna be able to. It won't be no, supply chain, bringing in, the food at these grocery stores. It ain't gonna be no police officers out here patrolling. It ain't gonna be no fire department. It ain't gonna be no protection, no covering, man. It's gonna be every man for theyself, and a lot of these niggas gonna get laid down. What are these women gonna do when it's war out here in these streets, man? When the electricity cut off, right? What are they gonna do when the water don't work? You can't wash that stinky ass box. What they gonna do? They gonna be fucking through out here desperate, right? All that feminist talk, all that strong and independent shit, all that gonna go right out the window quick. Quick. All right? And they gonna see how desperately they need men, man, because you have a lot of women who will even fix their mouth to make that argument. Like the whole society in which they live in ain't built by men. The system that upholds this feminist bullshit, like it wasn't given to them by men. Women's rights, like who did you have to ask for those rights? You have to ask a man, okay? And pretty soon, these women will see, how much that they didn't appreciate and how much they truly value, your everyday man, but especially the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We thank give all praise and the glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim B'Kakudash Wa Abba Babal and DTA.